Hello, everyone. Welcome back to PED 110. It's pretty exciting to think that we're already starting the third week of an 8-week session. So time's really going to fly by on us. As I've said a couple times now, sit back and strap on your seatbelts because it's going to be a pretty quick ride. So you've completed Chapter 1, Understanding Fitness and Wellness. Basically, what I hope that you got from there is that overall wellness is about so much more than just your body. It's about more than diet, nutrition, and physical fitness. It gets into so many other domains in terms of spiritual, intellectual, social, mental, emotional, um, many other areas of health that come together to define your wellness or to make up your wellness. So I hope you got that from chapter 1. Now, primarily the book focuses on fitness, though. So they lead off with a great chapter at number 1, telling you that you really need to focus on all of these other things besides just the body. But then the rest of the book is primarily focusing on the body and physical health. Chapter 12 gave you all the special considerations related to exercise and injury. So we were discussing weather related concerns, um, exercise specific concerns such as overuse type injuries, and also some dietary and nutrition concerns, just all the things that you would need to take into consideration before beginning a structured exercise program and monitoring yourself to ensure that you are safe when participating in physical activity and exercise. And that'll get us to this week, where you will complete chapter 2 and 3, the general principles of exercise for health and fitness. Basically what you have in this chapter are the principles for exercise, which include overload, progression, and specificity. Overload simply meaning that you're going to work your body harder than you have before previously. Progression meaning that you're going to continue to increase, and specificity is you focusing on a particular type of exercise to give you the benefits that you want. You'll also see in the chapter frequency, intensity, time, and type, or the FIT principle. Again, frequency is how often you're working out. Intensity is just that, how hard you're working out. Time or duration. And then the type. Is it aerobic endurance? Are you trying to build muscular strength, muscular endurance, cardiorespiratory endurance, or flexibility? Um, and then finally, for this next week, you'll complete Chapter 3, cardiorespiratory endurance. And this is very important because we know heart disease is one of the leading concerns in terms of health-related conditions in our society, and primarily can be contributed to two things: a sedentary lifestyle and a poor diet. And then also we could throw heredity in there. Let's face it, there's some things that are beyond our control, but if that's the case, then it's important that we uh, take handle of the things we can control, and diet and exercise certainly are two factors that we have complete control over. So running through these two chapters very quickly. You've got your checklist, which I need you to be mindful to. Green bar should be completely filled. This video that you're watching now, this Tony Horton video, if you don't know him, he's the P90X Beachbody guy, full of passion and energy and enthusiasm. I think you'll really enjoy this video. Of course, your PowerPoint to go with your quiz, your lab, and then your physical activity monitoring report, which would actually be down here on this one. You'll notice your screen looks a little bit different than mine. Um, so this shouldn't show up on your screen. I should have it hidden. Okay, then for this week also, so do by the 13th. Remember, we do 2 chapters a week. You've got your Chapter 3 checklist, your Chapter 3 PowerPoint, the quiz. And again, I hope you're realizing that the quiz comes directly from the PowerPoint and the textbook. Use both of those resources. Your lab, and then this is where you would submit your physical activity monitoring report. So far, everyone that has turned in these reports are doing exactly what I'm expecting. Okay, I realize different devices monitor different things. Just give me something. But now that you are learning about overload, progression, and specificity up here, then I do expect to see that. So if I'm asking for 60 minutes, I'm not asking for an increase in duration, but I do expect to see more steps walked, longer distances, um, those type things, or an increase of the 60 minutes. Okay. Now, one thing that I'm going to go over now, and I'm going to regret, and I've been really hesitant to do this, but I realize that it is a summer session course, and you guys are completing 2 chapters a week, where in a regular semester it would be 1 chapter a week. So I'm going to make the labs optional. Okay, and I'll send this out in writing so you're clear on it. But the labs will be optional. And I will tell you this, if you're just taking this class to get the credit and the grade, then that's fine. You don't have to complete the labs. However, if you really want to get the most out of this class, I encourage you to complete all the labs. That's the only way that you can really identify where you stand in terms of your level of wellness and your level of fitness in each of these areas. And again, the labs, there's no right or wrong answers. It's not hard, it's just a matter of time. And I would certainly encourage everyone to complete them, but I do realize that we're kind of strapped for time, so that's one way that I can trim this down some. However, I want you to know that if you complete every lab, I will give you a 100, regardless of what the grade you received was. And in fact, it should be a 100 anyways. But your labs, then if you complete all labs, I will also drop your lowest quiz grade and replace it with a 100 at the end of the semester. You'll just have to remind me of that, of course, hold me to it. So again, the labs from this point forward are optional, but they're very relevant, and I think probably the most impactful thing that you would do in terms of acknowledging your own level of wellness. So I encourage everyone to complete them, but I understand time is of the essence right now. Um, but again, if you do complete all of them, then you'll get a free 100 and your lowest quiz dropped. Okay. If you have any questions about that, please just shoot me an email. The key to that, though, in order to get credit on your checklist each week, so even if you don't complete the lab, you will need to click on the link, and then it will give you credit on your checklist as going to the lab. Okay, so that will be your responsibility. You don't have to complete the lab, but you have to click the link so you get credit for that. I'm going to leave this up here for those that do want to get the lab and complete it. Now, again, I say, if you're taking the class for just a credit and a grade, this may not mean much to you. If you want to get something out of this class that's going to help you as a person and increase your overall level of wellness, you want to complete these labs. And I will leave it at that. All right, I've sent out a couple emails also about checklists, just going through this quickly, so you don't see specific names necessarily, but you notice some of the checklists have some white, some are full green. We're looking for full green always. Okay, if you're not getting the full green and you've completed everything, please let me know so we can get that fixed. All right, well, I've talked for almost 8 minutes now. That's longer than I like, but I did want to go over some important information there. Guys, keep up the good work. The semester, it will wind down on you before you know it, so just stay on top of things. All right, let me know if you have any questions or if I can be a resource. That's what I'm here for. Take care now. Bye-bye.